Well guys, the amp that I was talking about, it's here. This is it right here. This is the Boss Katana. I've had this amp for about a week now, and I literally kept forgetting to vlog about it. This is the best amp that I've ever had in a long time. That I've ever had. Ever. Like, look at this. Look at all these things. It's basically a soundboard just put into an amplifier. And it's really cool, and I love it so much. I love it a lot, honestly. And also watched a little bit of NASCAR at the same time. Yeah, NASCAR, don't copyright strike me. Oh gosh, I'm showing off one of the pictures. Everybody run. This is not sponsored by Cheetos, but you know what? Kind of like the Cheetos anyway. But I know I'm not living up to what I said. As you can see, but I'm not really doing the best at it anyway. But we're all human. We're gonna make sometimes mistakes like these if we're ever gonna try to get into really good shape. And you know what? That's what happens sometimes. And I'm going to make mistakes like these, not on purpose, but it just happens, you know. So I'm doing the best that I can to stay on a healthy course, a healthy diet, if you will, and just go from there. So I just wanted to show off some of the effects that this amplifier has, and in my opinion, I think these are actually some really, really good effects. So let's see. I'm gonna do that here for just a second. There are 5 different effects, as you saw. There's the acoustic, the clean, the crunch, lead, and then brown. I'm currently on the brown. Yeah, brown version. The brown settings, and just with the boost up by about a little bit. You also have no delay on, and also a little bit of reverb. You might get a little something that goes, maybe, I don't know, I guess you could say maybe something like this. There's also some other effects that I could also use. I'm going to switch this to lead, and then just kind of work my magic. I got the crunch version, the crunch setting, and it's less aggressive. I think it has a less aggressive tone than the lead and the brown setting combined. So. How about that? So basically those are kind of the effects of the guitar. I'll show you those in just a little bit. So as you can see, this is basically a little bit of a closer look at the knobs and just more specifically what they do. You've got obviously right here, as I kind of went through, but going a little bit deeper on right here, you have the acoustic setting. Then I can switch it over to clean, then over to crunch, then over to hang on, let me actually give you a little bit of a generalization of what each basically of what each setting amp type sounds like. So that's acoustic, this is clean, crunch, this is lead, this is brown. Then you got your gain, which basically kind of adjusts, you know, how the guitar, this is how basically you want to kind of adjust the gain a little bit. I don't even know, but I don't even know what I'm saying. You obviously have your volume to control the volume. You got your bass right here. I'm going to adjust that a little bit more. And then middle treble, put that up. Then right here you have your effects, which these are probably some of the best, I think. What you want, and this right here is the booster. So it basically boosts the sound of the amplifier. Just, it's not the sound of the amp, but the sound of the guitar a little bit more than what it normally would if you did not have the boost at all. And then if you switch it over to this side, actually let me go over this, because you can actually adjust how the boost sounds here. You can press this button, the red setting, and then you've got that, and then press yellow, and then you can have it on green, on the green setting. And then over here for the mod, the sound of the guitar is a little bit sort of more metallic. Then you switch over to that. That sounds much different. And then you have yellow. If you turn this all the way up, sort of the same thing for this. And then, well, for this, and then for yellow on the mod side, then green, but we're gonna keep it stuck over here on the boost side. Then you got your delay. This little red button right here, it controls how fast the delay is. So right now it's at, and then you can adjust that by just pressing this button, and then I can do this. And then you're on the red setting, which it makes the echo, sort of the delay, a little bit more sounding like it's going through the radio. And then switch it on yellow. And then the green setting. if you can delay have the delay going just long enough, you can make something cool like this. Something like that. And then you have your master volume, which basically controls everything. I can put this on 2 different channels. This kind of controls a lot of that. And the master should not be that loud. Some of the settings that I have for this sound a lot better when they're on the clean setting. So I can give you sort of a little basis on how that goes. Channel 2 is kind of a little bit different. Actually, oh, I forgot to go over the effects here. Here, the FX side of things on here, the delay effects side. So I kind of like this. So if you switch it over to all the way to that, to the FX full max, it will create that kind of sound with the guitar. And then if you switch it to red, the red setting kind of gives it a little bit of a funky feeling. So if I were to play like Dancing Queen, hopefully I don't get copyright for these things. Then, you know, this setting, the yellow setting, will sort of give off that harmonics. So. And I also forgot to mention about the whole of the power control right here, which I think is probably the most efficient thing. So you can go from like a 50 watt, which is what I have it set to a 25 watts to a half watt. than to on standby, which I think is pretty cool to just have all this wrapped up into one. So I think that's actually pretty cool.